off by accident. My thumb drive. And apparently, thing that looks like a thumb drive slot is actually the power button. Yeah. Yeah, you would have walked in now with a panic.
That's great. Oh, come on. Don't fuck up.
Oh, more game show music.
Stay.
This is groovy, man.
What do we got? Mo and Truck, right?
Yep.
Hi, this is the Cash Man from Derby Rocz. If you enjoy our show or any other on WRFZ, please donate to our Patreon account. Simply go on our website, RochesterFreeRadio.com, and click the big orange button.
Good thing we're here.
All of our great listeners give just a couple bucks a month. It would help us keep the music and talk flowing. We thank you for your support for 106.3 FM.
This is Rochester Free Radio, WRFZ LP, Rochester.
Someone who's there.
6.3 FM.
This is Swain Brits from the Carolina Wrecking Balls, and you're listening to Derby Rocz.
I really haven't even looked at this. Yeah, there's some good games this weekend. Bob Age, holy shit. Yeah. Oops, did I swear?
Happy Friday night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's your old pal Shram and Cash. That means only one possible thing, and that is that you are listening to Derby Rocz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's going on?
Wow, we're here again, and we're in the studio, and we're live, and
Yeah.
we're on Facebook if you want to see,
Heyo.
catch us.
Hi.
Just look at Facebook, you'll see us live on there. We
Yeah.
appreciate everybody who comes and hangs out on Facebook, you know.
Yeah,
It's like-
Facebook.com/Derby Rocz. Make sure you share it out there. Get the old Facebook page out there. Search for us on social media too. We always post your team stuff out there when we see news and events and
Yeah.
things like that. We post your team stuff, so then you could share that too, and we could like make it a reciprocal, symbiotic relationship where like you send us news, then we post it, and then you share it
Yeah.
because we posted your news.
Yeah, there we go.
Wouldn't that be cool?
You know,
Hi.
I could probably fill our news feed with games that are going on, you know.
Sure, yeah, we do
It's
have a
like-
bunch of news going
I do
on.
copy them down though, and then we end up reading most of them. But
Yeah,
I mean, I really
most times.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I could really. I mean, there's just so much out there. So.
Yeah, we got like 7 pages of news that we're going to get to today, so that's going to be exciting because that's less that you have to hear him or I talk, so we got that.
Woo, there you go.
Well, I mean, we're still talking, but
Yeah.
it's not about us, I guess, you know. So that is more important. But yeah, we've got a bunch of pages of news. We've got some scores. We've got Bob H action going on right now. Already had a 4-point MRDA game difference today.
Oh.
Great game between Pittsburgh and Chicago. Friends on both of those teams, so that was an exciting one. We'll talk a little bit about all that. We've got the scores. We've got stuff coming up. We don't actually have the scores for Bob H.
Oh, I
but-
saw. Yeah. There's maybe.
But it
there's
was
one.
like a 4.1 for the game that started the day today, you know. So I know it's a busy weekend. They've got juniors, WFTDA, and MRDA. All the derby going on. It is a busy weekend. We've got the K-Town Shakedown or whatever.
Yeah, that's what
whatever the heck it's called.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I loved it, man.
He goes, I've been there before. Yeah.
I remember driving home from it right after
Sure.
the last night. Yeah, that's out there in Kalamazoo.
Yeah, we got
Kalamazoo. What a gal in Kalamazoo. Sorry.
No, I love
Turning
it.
into an
It's
old
great.
guy.
Yeah, I'm turning into?
Yeah, well, you know.
You've been old. That's all right.
That's
No,
true.
you're very young at heart, which I love and appreciate about you. So you're pretty all right for an older fella.
I
We
appreciate
love
that.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank
you're
you.
pretty rad in my book, buddy.
Yeah.
It is going to be a good show. We are here. It's going to be a quick exit for us. We're going to kill about 27 minutes. I'm not going to lie to you. I have a very busy week coming up. So I didn't necessarily prioritize Derby Rocks this week, but we have a great interview with Mo and Coach Truck from Casco Bay that we recorded a year ago around this time.
Yeah.
Right before Bob H of 2024. So make sure you stick around for that one. I do have a good interview in the books for next week. We are going to have my buddy Bruiser Lee from Austin Anarchy Roller Derby on the show to talk about Dawn of the Derby. I think we're up to 5 now. I can't remember. Maybe 4.
I think 4.
Yeah, all right. Dawn of the Derby 4. And in the past, I've actually coached Austin. But this time we will go 1-on-1 Flower City Fear versus Austin Anarchy.
Nice.
So we will have.
Boy, you have a little tugging of your heartstrings there, huh?
Yeah, I mean it's a tough one. You know, I mean we played Austin at roller derby tournament,
yeah.
but you know this time it was.
They had unfortunate circumstances coming here. Remember, they had like all the problems with the flights and stuff, and they ended up driving overnight. And,
wild.
It was a crazy story.
Yes. So. No, it'll be exciting to go from coaching them a couple of years at this event to playing them at this event. So it's going to be great to have Bruiser Lee on the show. I appreciate that individual, and it'll be exciting. So,
but you're going to have to wait until next week.
Next week. This week, again, we are going to replay that one from Mo and Coach Truck from Casco Bay. I'll try and. When we hit a commercial break, I'll try and look up their score because I think if they aren't playing like right now, they might have played. I don't know, but yeah. So we're gonna hit some news. We're gonna get to our weeks here in a minute. I will say it has been super crummy weather-wise. I mean, whatever. We went from 70 degrees to snow to now it's like rainy and blah.
Yay.
It is for sure Rochester spring. It is like false spring, though, you know.
I'll say, with all the rain we're getting, I've noticed a lot of things greening up in my yard.
Sure, yeah. Stuff, I mean, certainly got some like tulips and stuff blooming in the front yard.
Yeah, I got tulips blooming, yeah.
Those and crocuses are always pretty early, so nice to see some flowers blooming and some plants growing and stuff like that. So,
we don't need any more of that white stuff, man. That can just stop.
No more cocaine. I mean,
no, not that too.
Neither
but
of those things. Yes, both are bad. We don't want snow and or cocaine. So, but we're doing good. Otherwise, it's been another week. We made it. That is exciting.
Yeah, it's been a busy week, and it doesn't seem like it's been a week since we were here, but we were here. Remember, we had 2 guests last week, so
we did have 2 guests. That made life real easy. We hardly had to say anything.
Blah.
Be like, what sports do you play?
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, it was good. You know, if we could just, I really wish like this was a paid gig, or we had like an intern or something that other shows get.
Well, maybe someone in Rochester wants to. Hey, we're calling out to you.
Yeah. If you're looking for an unpaid internship,
and you can be on the air with us too.
Yeah, very exciting stuff. So.
I mean, pretty much I'm talking to the roller derby community.
Yeah, if you just want to book guests and then come talk to them with us, like you're hired, 100%. 2 guests a show, that'd be great.
You know what's funny?
However it happens.
You know, the first bunch of shows we did, we had no guests. We just talked about, we brought up things like gameplay and things like that. And it's like, to me, I was such a noob back then, it's like... barely understand anything. I mean, maybe I don't give myself credit. If I'm announcing, I better understand what I'm announcing. But,
well, yeah, you get it now, but when you're starting out,
when I started out, I didn't like who are the the superstars and who are this and who are that, and this is how we find out
who are the bad guys.
Well, they got them obviously. Coming out to Darth Vader,
Yeah, 100%. Love that.
Yeah, but they're all good. All good guys. That's
sure. I wish we still had like. the bad guys and good guys. You know what I mean?
Some people do enjoy being the heel. You know, I think there's some heels in this sport. You know?
I know just based on who he likes as far as like wrestling goes, like Jack Skellington would love to be a big roller derby heel if he could.
I bet he could do a good job
Sure,
at it too.
yeah. You know, I wish. Let's go back to like penalty wheels and pillow fights just for
For a couple
just for
games,
like
yeah.
a year. You know what I mean? Let's just all agree to play Renegade for like a year, but like with some rules.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
we-
like
yeah.
please don't slide tackle me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
We only have one ambulance. If
Right,
it goes, then we're gonna
Then
be
we
in
gotta
trouble.
call the game, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just saying we could probably play Renegade for like 1 year if we were all just real cool about it. You know, I don't know. I think
Whatever
it'd
happened
be
to the
fun.
Renegade that was in Buffalo?
You know, I think they just kind of disbanded. You know, they also didn't really have a venue, and they were a little bit smaller.
They played in the street. I saw.
Yeah, they really did. They
Yeah.
played at like the parking lot of like the Polish Center and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
I saw Wiener in one of the videos, and
yeah.
I was asking him about it.
yeah, God bless them. But that's where like a lot of the friends from the
That
alley
sounded
cats-
kind of weird if you don't know roller.
Yeah, right. If you're just listening on 106.3, I saw Wiener in a video. It was awesome. Great to see him. Yeah, it was good to see our friend Tristan, aka Senior Wiener, in a video about roller derby
Yeah.
that was not porn.
No, it was outdoors.
At all.
It was like outdoors and like
It was outdoor
yeah.
porn, dick everywhere.
It was. I didn't think Dick was playing, but
No, he was not there that day.
But it
Dick
was-
never played Renegade.
I didn't really get the rules because it was a little bit different watching it. So
Yeah.
gotta go on tour with
Yeah.
a comedy show or something.
Something like that, right? And then, whew. So the league basically folded, and most of them accidentally got drafted by me to the Alley
That's
Cats.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Now I
that was like-
remember. I remember. Yeah.
So they were like the ones that I knew of, and then unfortunately, I drafted a team that couldn't win a game in 3 years, and that's mostly my fault for just not knowing that. You know, it was a fair amount of newbies and stuff like that. But yeah, they all mostly ended up on the Alley Cats.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Just think of the origin. There's an origin story right there. Right
Right,
there. Yeah, have you ever
Yeah,
heard
wild times, right? Yeesh. All right.
You can tell we don't have much to talk about in
Yeah.
our lives this week.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But hey, we've made it 10 minutes. Why don't you go on and tell me your week and
Okay.
what's been going on? We're almost there. Yeah.
This week was this week. I don't know. This week was a week before break, so
Sure.
it was very loose at the end. But a lot of kids, because also the end of the semester was this Friday as well. So a lot of kids trying to make up work, and it was you know. But
That sounds familiar.
yeah. So, but beyond that, so that was most of the week. I did. I don't know. We had scrimmage at Rock City last
Sure,
night.
did
and
you go?
I did not. I had the Board of Education meeting. So
Shocked.
yeah, I know. But it was like I hadn't done one in a while, so
Yeah.
it's nice to catch up with my friends there. But it was that it was a very routine week. And today they called it a half day for the whole district, which is interesting because every school got out at the same time, 10:45, and then it was like
That's
wow.
that's like 3 hours, right? That's not even like a real half day.
School starts at 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was in fourth period if you're looking at the way the structure of the day made up. So yeah, and then when they were gone, we had a long meeting at.
How long are classes there?
Let's see, 8 o'clock to 8:40. So I don't know, about 47 minutes each.
And that's even in like the high school?
Yeah.
That's weird. When I was, and maybe it's just how they do things there, but when I went to Brockport, we only had 4 periods a day.
Wow.
Yeah, so we had like
2 hour period.
2 hour classes,
yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's worse or not. But yeah, it was. It made for a long day, long classes for sure.
Yeah, it's weird because it seems like to me that our lunch hours are actually shorter than with you have like 4th, 5th, and 6th period. They're like shorter than the other periods during.
We
the
also
day.
had an advisement period though. Do you guys have like an advisement or a study hall?
Yeah, they all have study halls. First thing we do, first thing in the morning, first period, that's when we do our morning show. And, which, I got to tell you a good story off the air about that, okay? You got to remind me of that, okay?
Sure.
But yeah, I cannot say what was said on the air today.
Whoops.
So, something that I've done before too. So, but yeah, let me get to my week. Let me finish my week. Board of directors, and now it's Friday. Sorry, I just got meandering. I know that we only have so much time. So, how was your week? And
so we were live last week. I'm trying to remember. Jennifer had family in town. Uncle Brian was in town last week, so that was cool to spend some time with him. He got to meet Anderson. So Saturday morning we went to. There is a big consignment sale. There's this company called Kids to Kids, I think it's called.
Okay.
They are like a consignment, but twice a year they have a sale in Panorama Plaza in just like an old storefront. It's an old Tuesday morning, which is a department store, I think. I don't know. Whatever it was.
I know what you're talking. I know the
yeah,
plaza.
It's
Is it
it's a big plaza.
Yeah, isn't there a bunch of empty stores in that?
Probably. Yeah, not a whole lot of stuff going. There's still like a Jenny Craig in there, if that tells you anything about the plaza, right?
Right next to the Blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. Right near Long John Silver's and stuff
There we
too.
go.
Right, yeah. It's funny.
Find any good stuff?
Yeah. So we actually bought a ton of stuff, which is great. Nothing that we really needed, but we were looking for, some certain things that we found sort of, and other things that we didn't find, and so on. But yeah, either way, we spent a lot of money on the boy, which is great. It's really cool because it's almost like a mental health hack, because I'm not spending money on myself, but I'm spending money on my son, and it makes him happy, and that's like a serotonin boost for me. That's in a sense, you know what I mean? So I get to experience joy by spending money on the kid and not myself, and it's awesome. So I spend plenty of money on myself too, don't get me wrong, but
I was gonna say I enjoy giving better than receiving, so it's just when you can, it's but it's definitely one of those things that and so I like spending too, though. That's another thing,
You're telling me, man. Yeah, I just love buying dumb stuff. But no, we got him. Dad even bought some cool stuff for himself, because it's random toys and stuff like that. So even somebody had donated or was selling their Funko Pops. So I even got some new Pops, which was cool. I got 4 Pops from The Office.
Oh,
so yeah, I'm super excited about that.
I'm trying to think how many I got. I got 3 or 4, I think.
I really wasn't going to get into stuff like that, just because there's thousands of them.
Yeah. And
you could literally never collect them all.
Oh, no, I know. And there's always a special edition.
Yeah,
and it costs a little bit more.
Right, exactly. And this one's limited from Comic-Con, and this one's a Target exclusive, and this one's only available at Walmart. And so on and so forth. But yeah, I probably have close to 30 of them, even though I swore I would never really have them. So,
they're neat, though. I like their style,
Yeah,
and that's why I have my favorite wrestlers. I have a couple that are my favorite
I
wrestlers.
have an Undertaker.
I have the Luke Harper, or
Nice.
I'm sorry, it's not Luke Harper. It's Brody Lee. Yeah, the Brody
Yeah.
Lee, and or no, that's not a Funko. That's actually the action figure, which I can't get to admit that I actually.
I got that too.
Yeah,
I've got the Brody Lee and I do have the one that he did with his son after he passed. The limited one.
Yeah, the one, the negative one.
Negative one or whatever. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. So. I don't know, I got a lot of stuff, but no, I also bought Star Wars decals from this place, so I just love spending money on that baby. It's really awesome. So we got him a bunch of stuff.
Oh, he's gonna be so, when he gets older and loves Star Wars and stuff like that, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and we're trying not to pusher our own fandoms on him, but that is not working so far. So,
my son's really into Marvel comics.
Sure,
He's big time. I don't think he cares less. I took him to see Star Wars, that first one, the first new one that Lucas put out.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like an hour of Congress, you know. It's like my kids are like, "Oh, this!" I said, "This is the greatest," you know. And
Right.
I was like, "Oh God."
And it's all about like
protest
the
you.
injustices of trade routes and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
and
yeah.
tariffs, right?
It's like what?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it might be taking off
Yeah,
a few
too
Star
real,
Wars
right?
things.
Yeah. No, I mean that one was what, the Phantom Menace or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
that's brutal. I remember going to see it, and I was let down by my first like Star Wars theater experience. So I get it.
Who's this Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah, right. What is this weird thing? I don't remember seeing that. No, things are cool though. I've got a busy week though. Starting tomorrow, as everybody knows, I'm a licensed security guard, so it's that time again where I have to do my security class tomorrow morning. So I'll do that. I'm actually going to be gone for most of the day tomorrow, which will be a bummer because you know I always want to be home and spend time with the fam, but. Yeah, I'm doing a show tomorrow night too. So I've got security class during the day. I'm working security at night. It is going to be busy. Then because of some shakeups at the venue that I work at, I'm doing security like 4 times this week.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's just going to be a stupid busy week. Lots going on. But the good news is I actually feel a little bit better as far as my back has been. So I think I'm going to try and get to practice on Sunday.
Oh, good.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll definitely be mindful of that, especially with the busy weekend that I have as far as work and the busy week that I have. But I would like to make it back to practice because we do have some big games coming up that we're really excited about. So. I don't know. I think with that being said, maybe we should go hit a commercial break here in a second.
Sure.
We'll come back. We'll hit some news, and then we're gonna get to our interview with Mo and Truck from Casco Bay that we recorded about this time last year. Thank you for hanging out with us. You're listening to Derby Rocks on 106.3 WRFC.
WRFC 106.3.
Okay, very quickly.
Looking for a few good
The kids were
volunteers.
we
You
do
know
a
this
mic.
is still up
I don't
there,
care.
right?
They can hear this. We're doing a mic test, and we do a mic test before we do the show. Well, someone left the microphones on, and one kid said they could hear him talking the whole time we were running like a slideshow, like with like what's going on in clubs and stuff. And he goes, "I'm gonna slap the shit out of you." And it's like someone comes running in the door. It's like the mics are on. And it's like,
Downtown
it's not like it hadn't happened on this show before, anyways, you know.
This is a great way to enter the broadcast business
But-
and have fun doing it.
But today was such a low attendance in school, and nobody was there.
Go to our website,
funny, I like that.
RochesterFreeRadio.com. We're looking forward to having you join our
I
team
told the
and
kids,
our
anytime there's a mic in front of your mouth,
WRFZ
words cannot come out.
106.3
Those words. So you talk like you're talking to your mom.
Right.
But they need to talk to your mom that way. I don't know. They probably don't.
Saturday,
Yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern for the Tragical History Tour.
We're going to have
non-judgmental musical
5
journey
minutes?
featuring the work of the greatest rock group to date, the Beatles. It's right here on Rochester Free Radio, RochesterFreeRadio.com and WRFZ 106.3 FM.
maybe a couple minutes. Wait, 20, 33? Yeah, 20 something.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're your community station, Rochester Free Radio, WRFZ LP, Rochester 106.3 FM.
Hey now, welcome back to Derby Rocks. We got some scores, we got some news before we get to our interview and get the hell out the door. I will say real quick, we have from Bob H today, we have Pittsburgh over Chicago. I believe that was a 4-point difference. It really came down to the last jam. I know Pittsburgh ended up sending their jammer to the box on the final jam of the game. And almost potentially lost the game. Unfortunately, Chicago just couldn't get that last pass in to either win or force an overtime. And then we had Casco coming up huge against Toronto, taking the win. Again, I don't have the exact score, but I know Casco did beat Toronto in the other MRDA game this afternoon. So with that said, I know we've got some scores from WFTDA and all that good stuff. Why don't you hit those, Ken?
Sure. We got closest balance from last weekend. We had ACD, the Shore Shots, losing to Sin City 121 to 116, 5-point difference. London beat Nantes 149 to 135, 14-point difference. like nice to see London getting out there again. I haven't seen. I can't recall seeing
Yeah,
them
it's been
too
a little
much.
while, right?
Yeah. They're just. I think they're coming back a little bit. They may have played but not noticed it, but still, I don't see them often on the schedule. So
Yeah.
we've got
Not as often as we see like Nance or Callio or
Callio.
whatever, or any of the
True,
others.
and they have like these big tournaments, and they play in like with one weekend or 2 weekends every year, and then, but they get a lot of games in. Got Arizona Rising, 19-point winner over Elevated, 157 to 138. San Fernando, 155 over High Altitude, 134, and then most of those were the biggest upsets, but the BMRD Valkyries lost to the FSRD Rock Villains, 193 to 142. That would be considered the biggest upset from last week. And we've got a couple of games from going on this weekend. Well, we got lots of stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah.
Bob H, you better be there. I got the whole. Actually, there's a picture of the whole card there of everyone that's playing each other. So, but unfortunately, we don't have all the scores. There were a bunch of games, but coming up in WFTDA this weekend, Salt City is opening their season. Yay, Salt
Nice,
City!
yeah.
Our friends from Syracuse. They're playing at the Scream Queens. So we're really happy about that. Maine's playing Twin State, which is really cool because one, we love Maine, and two, Twin State's coming here to Rock City this year. They're playing.
Nice.
They're playing one of the home games this year.
Very cool.
Twin State has been playing a lot of games. I've been seeing them a lot in the scores. So
Sure.
I think that once you get a lot of games under your belt, they're going to come in steaming here in Rochester. And I think it's the last home game of the season.
Nice.
We've got Gem City at Brew City going on as well this weekend. Lehigh Valley at Kalamazoo. We got the
K-Town Shakedown
that's
or whatever
right.
it is, right?
K-Town Shakedown. I got the call. That's when I called the Los Angeles men's team. That Heat was it? I think, and they turned into the super team out of the West
I
Coast.
think it was the Heat.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It turned into the Heat.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
I don't know what it was before. I can't remember.
It was like I saw them, and I also saw the Vikings. Remember I was talking about the Vikings playing MRJ? They played there too when I got to do that. So it's a really cool. If you're up in Kalamazoo, man, there's not much going on but roller derby.
Yeah,
They
go
have like
check
a
it out.
multi-track place. It's like different buildings too.
Yeah,
It's really,
it's
really,
pretty cool.
really cool. So
Yeah, we've got some bouts to watch this weekend. Columbia at Connecticut, Gem City at Brew City, Olu at Callio, Grand Raggedy at Steel City, Lehigh Valley at Kalamazoo, and Zurich at Olu. Many of those at K-Town, which we were talking about.
Yeah.
Then we've got
look at that.
bouts,
MRTA.
yeah, then we've got bouts to watch too. So we've got Toronto at Pittsburgh, Casco at Toronto, and Pittsburgh and Casco.
But
and
they're
then-
all really
and Chicago, and they're all stupid close. They're all right there. We know that Pittsburgh did beat out, we do know that Casco beat out Toronto, and Pittsburgh beat out Chicago. So go check those games
There's
out.
really nobody at nobody. This is at the Bob H. So it's like, it's funny. There's really no home team advantage except for maybe Casco.
Yeah, and I mean,
If you
even then,
really
I think
consider
they're still
advantage.
in like
Yeah.
New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, they're in New Hampshire though. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and that's actually where Maine's playing. I think tomorrow too. So they were on that list for WFTDA games. So, but yeah, this whole Bob H. man, if you're going to it, man, not only do they have 15 games over the 3 days, but they have an after party. So
Very cool. Love that.
I know.
Casco does love to party. I know Pittsburgh and some other friends do too. So that'll be a good time for them.
Yeah. Then we just have a couple of advertisements.
We've got Fairbanks Roller Derby. Wasn't our friend
Anchorage, I think it was.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, or maybe I
forget where she was from, but our buddy, Athena Latina out
Athena
there in
Latina.
Alaska.
Yeah.
One of the only Alaska Derby folks that we know. But
She's
yeah,
keeping
go
it
check
going,
that out.
too.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Fairbanks Roller Derby presents Super Bread Bowl, a double header benefiting the bread line. That is tomorrow at the Carlson Center, and that is in Fairbanks, Alaska. Go check that out. That's at 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Gotta love it. Kids under 12 free. So,
Nice.
Fremont County Roller Derby's team's season is getting underway. Home opener is taking place tomorrow afternoon at the Riverton Fairgrounds. This year, the club features 2 teams, the Dynamite Junior team and the Red Canyon Rattlesnakes adult team. On Saturday, the Dynamite Juniors will appear in their first at 4 p.m. versus the Cheyenne Frontiers. Funny. And the Rattlesnakes will compete against the Cheyenne Capitals afterwards at 5:30. So you want to check that out. The event's called Saturday Down the Rabbit Hole Brawls, and it's the junior division, of course, is 8 to 17. You're gonna have a great time there if you're out there. in Fremont County in the Fremont
Sure.
County Roller Derby.
Well, you know, in the bustling metropolis of Jackson Hole, go check out the Juggernauts versus
There's more people in
Gallatin.
Rochester
Is
than
it
Wyoming.
Gallatin?
I think it's Gallatin, yeah.
Hellgate, Montana, I think. There's going to be a game. Probably.
There is tonight.
Go check it out.
Like I
There's
said-
an after party at Eleanor's again. I wonder if the name is actually Eleanor's again, or if they are going back to Eleanor.
Yeah, have they been to Eleanor's more than Okay, I see. Well, don't forget Salt City is playing.
Yeah, go check out Salt City.
Yeah.
We've got South Bend. We've got Riverton, West Virginia. Lots of stuff. We've got Ohio Roller Derby Green Machine against SBRD Bonnie Dooms. That's going to take place at the St. Joseph County Fairgrounds in South Bend, Indiana. Go check that out. There is a lot of news going on. So
let's get out of here.
we're going to go ahead and get out of here. You're going to listen to Mo and Truck from Casco Bay Roller Derby. We're going to see you live next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with Derby Rocks. We love and appreciate you.
Oh, giggly me. Come on.
That
Let's
was a
see,
fun
Mo.
one.
Where are you?
I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
We're going to figure this out. We are currently joined by Mo of Casco Bay Roller Derby.
Well, I remember when he
Thank you
called,
so
it's
much
like
for
it
hanging out
showed
with
up
us.
as Moose.
It's a pleasure. Thanks.
Had Moose,
for-
he was using
Yeah, I was
Moose's
using
phone.
Moose's phone or whatever it was, right?
It's great. Thank you for having me on. It's very rainy outside right now.
Same.
And I saw a lot of snakes today, so I'm on like a snake high right now.
All right. Well, we're going to get to Derby in a second, but I have to ask.
What?
Yeah. Are you like a snake farmer?
Are you a snake farmer? It's the best question that's ever been asked on Derby Rock. Are you a snake farmer?
Woods a lot, and there's a lot of goodies waiting around, especially now that the snow has melted
Sure.
where I am. So everything's kind of coming up, and I'm seeing spring happen in the woods for the first time.
Have to say goodbye.
Are you a snake farmer?
Why did you say you're moving?
You might be.
Oh,
You're muted.
We'll see you later. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go.